Let's start with Joel Embiid's murder. No, he didn't kill anyone. But the word murder here means something different. It's about the secrets some NBA players hide. Secrets that can ruin trust, careers, and reputations. We watch these players every day. We cheer for them. We wear their jerseys. But what if they're not who they say they are? Some players have done things that would shock you. Some lied about their age. Some hid criminal records. Others had double lives that fans never knew about. In this video, we'll look at NBA stars who kept dark secrets from the world. Let's begin with one of the biggest names in the league. Joel Embiid was born in Cameroon, a place far from the bright lights of the NBA. He just wanted respect. He wanted people to see him as strong, fearless, and different. There's a story he once told that sounds almost unreal. He said he killed a lion when he was just 6 years old. Most people don't believe it, and maybe it's not meant to be taken literally. It could be a way to show how brave and bold he was even as a child. Whether the lion was real or just a symbol, the message was clear. Joel saw himself as a fighter. He didn't run from fear. He faced it head-on. That mindset shaped who he became on the court. Unlike many athletes, Joel's story isn't about growing up in big cities or playing in top schools. His journey began in the wild, and that made him stand out. It made him unique. And that was just the beginning of the secrets and legends behind the man they now call the process. Before he was an NBA champion, Giannis Antetokounmpo was just a boy walking the streets of Athens, Greece, without papers, without a home, and often without food. His family had moved from Nigeria, hoping for a better life, but ended up living in constant fear. They were illegal immigrants, always hiding from police and always worried about being sent back. To survive, Giannis and his brothers sold items on the streets: sunglasses, watches, DVDs. It wasn't glamorous, it wasn't safe, and technically, it wasn't legal. But for them, it was the only way to eat. Every day, they risked getting arrested just to make a few euros. They had no choice. Despite growing up with nothing, Giannis never gave up. He didn't go down the wrong path. He stayed focused, humble, and loyal to his family. And when his talent was finally noticed, everything changed. He went from selling DVDs to signing million-dollar deals without ever getting caught, without ever letting his past break him. Giannis didn't just beat the system, he rose above it. And that's the secret many don't know. His success story started not on the court, but on the streets. Once known as one of the most physically dominant big men in the NBA, Dwight Howard's career began to decline in a way no one expected. His powerful dunks and defensive presence were unmatched. But off the court, Dwight had a personal battle that few knew about. It wasn't just a matter of getting older. He was battling an addiction to something much more dangerous: sugar. Dwight revealed that, at his peak, he was consuming over 5,000 calories a day. His diet was packed with Skittles, honey buns, and fast food, particularly McDonald's. He didn't just eat these foods in moderation. He was devouring 12 candy bars a day, washing them down with sugary drinks. He thought he was invincible, but the toll was starting to show on his body. His physical decline wasn't just about aging. Dwight had ignored the signs for years, until one day, his body gave out. He suffered a panic attack so intense that it forced him to confront his habits. That's when the doctor told him something that scared him: quit or die. That was the wake-up call Dwight needed. He realized he had to make a change, no matter how hard it would be. Since then, he's been working to recover and regain control over his health, slowly cutting out the junk food and focusing on improving his diet and fitness. He's a reminder that no one is immune to the effects of unhealthy habits, no matter how strong or famous they are. Dwight Howard's story is one of both struggle and redemption, showing us that change is possible, even when it seems like it's too late. Kawhi Leonard's reputation as one of the most stoic and enigmatic figures in the NBA started to take shape during his incredible 2014 championship run with the San Antonio Spurs. While his performance on the court was stellar, earning him the Finals MVP, what stood out even more was his emotionless demeanor. No matter the situation, Kawhi's face remained an impassive mask, never betraying a hint of excitement or frustration. To many, this made him appear almost robotic, as though he didn't experience the same emotions as other players. But it wasn't just his emotional distance that raised eyebrows. It was his extreme obsession with training. Kawhi's commitment to improving his game was relentless. While most NBA players would relax after games or take some time off, Kawhi was known to continue training in secret. His teammates often joked that he wasn't human. No other player seemed to operate with the same level of focus and single-mindedness. He had no time for distractions, and he wasn't interested in fame or attention. For him, basketball was everything. One of the most bizarre incidents that highlighted Kawhi's strange personality occurred during a visit to a luxury restaurant. While his teammates were preparing to enjoy a meal, Kawhi did something that stunned everyone. Instead of looking over the menu and ordering like everyone else, he pulled out a bag of apples from his bag. Yes, you read that right, apples. But it didn't stop there. Kawhi then proceeded to eat 12 apples, one after another, using a fork and knife. This unusual act reinforced his reputation as someone who wasn't like the other players. While they were indulging in fancy dishes, Kawhi was focused on something so simple and peculiar, eating apples with surgical precision. This incident not only underscored Kawhi's obsessive nature when it came to discipline and control, but also fueled the myth that he was less human and more machine. The Apple Time story became legendary among fans and teammates alike, painting a picture of a player so deeply committed to his craft that even his dietary habits seemed almost robotic. When LeBron James made the monumental decision to join the Los Angeles Lakers, he didn't just make a statement on the court. He also marked a new chapter in his life by purchasing a luxury mansion in the heart of the city. The house was everything you'd expect from someone of LeBron's stature: massive, luxurious, and surrounded by the trappings of extreme wealth. It was a symbol of his success, a place where he could relax and enjoy the fruits of his labor. However, the move would also expose him to a darker side of life in LA. Soon after LeBron settled into his new mansion, something unexpected happened. He became a target. Not by random criminals, but by an organized gang known for robbing the homes of high-profile celebrities. This gang had been infamous for carefully planning and executing robberies on homes owned by athletes, actors, and other famous figures. And now, LeBron had joined their radar. The combination of his fame, wealth, and public persona made him a prime target. To protect himself and his family, LeBron took immediate action, going above and beyond the usual security measures that most celebrities use. He beefed up the security at his mansion by hiring 10 guards to be on payroll 24/7, ensuring that there was always a presence at his home. No stone was left unturned. His mansion was under constant surveillance, and his security team was on high alert at all times. It seemed that LeBron had done everything in his power to make sure he and his family were safe. In 2004, Russell Westbrook and his best friend, Kelsey Bars, were inseparable. Both of them dreamed of playing basketball together at UCLA and eventually in the NBA. Their bond was unbreakable, and they spent countless hours practicing, honing their skills, and pushing each other to be better. It seemed like nothing could stand in the way of their shared dreams. But in a tragic twist, their dreams were shattered. Kelsey Bars died suddenly due to an undiagnosed heart condition. It was a devastating loss that affected Westbrook in ways words couldn't capture. The sudden and unexpected loss of his best friend left a hole in Westbrook's life that would never fully heal. The death of Bars became a pivotal moment in Westbrook's journey, and he dedicated his NBA career to his late friend, using the pain of that loss as motivation to achieve greatness. Russell Westbrook's journey to the NBA was not just about basketball. It was about honoring the memory of someone who had been there every step of the way. His story is one of resilience, strength, and the deep emotional bond that sports can create, showing that behind the superstar athlete, there's a person carrying a heavy burden of loss and grief. Russell Westbrook's story is a powerful reminder that behind every NBA star is a human with a journey, loss, or trauma. These players, despite their fame, achievements, and incredible talents, carry stories that go beyond what we see on the court. They face personal challenges, experience heartbreak, and overcome obstacles that shape who they are. This emotional close leaves a lasting impact, reminding us that the world of sports is not just about entertainment. It's about the human stories that unfold behind the scenes. So, the next time you watch a game, remember that each player is more than just a highlight reel. They're people with struggles, triumphs, and legacies that go beyond the game. Which NBA story shocked you the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'm reading all of them.